Hi, my name is Zach, and I'm going to talk to you about how children have been exploited of their rights and how this relates to international cultural tensions. What is child slavery? Child slavery is when a child is given over and used for another person's advantage. It is referred to as child slavery because the youngster is unable to escape the situation or person who is using them. This could also be called child exploitation. Most frequently, child labor happens when families experience financial hardship or uncertainty, whether as a result of poverty, a caregiver's abrupt sickness, or a loss of their principal source of income. The results are devastating. Child labor can, can cause severe physical and mental suffering, and even death. Slavery and other forms of economic and sexual exploitation may result, and in almost every instance, it denies children the access to education and medical treatment, limiting their basic rights and risking their futures. Somalia, North Korea, Eritrea, I'm sorry if I've butchered that name, but Eritrea, South Sudan, Guinea-Bissau, I'm also sorry if I've butchered that, Venezuela, Chad, Syria, Mozambique, Republic of Central Africa. These countries have high percentages of child slavery still going on today because of poverty and the government being corrupt and many other things. With 7 of the 10 worst performing nations, Africa continues to be the region with the biggest risk because of poverty and government being corrupt and many other things. With 7 of the 10 worst performing nations, Africa continues to be the region with the biggest risk. However, millions of young people around the world face the potential of working during their formative years, sometimes in the riskiest industries, including agriculture, manufacturing, and mining. From a worldwide viewpoint, more than 81% of the people reside in nations where child labor is either very or extremely likely. As a result of Islamic militant group Al-Shabaab capturing hundreds of kids for use as fighters, sexual abuse, and forced marriage, child abductions in Somalia quadrupled from 2014 to 2015. Killings, sexual assaults, and attacks on schools were committed by government troops, militia, Al-Shabaab, and members of the African Union forces in Somalia, which contributed to a 50% rise in reported breaches during the year. The Sudan's People's Liberation Army, as well as other government soldiers from South Sudan, sexually assaulted hundreds of youngsters, trying to rape girls and brutalizing and sexually assaulting boys. Over 1,500 minors were abducted by government and opposition forces in 2015, a sharp rise from 2014. Most of them were used as combat. At least 6,500 schools across Syria were either demolished, ruined, or no longer operational by the end of the year, making education impossible in many areas. Hundreds of kids were enlisted by armed groups, and the Islamic State specifically recruiting and training 10-year-old boys and foreign soldiers as young as 7. Nearly 2,000 kids were killed or injured in the civil war in Yemen, a six-fold increase from 2014, and the number of children recruiting surged five-fold. The majority of children's deaths were caused by airstrikes by the alliance commanded by Saudi Arabia. Ways to take action against child slavery. Stakeholders must take responsibility. Here is why children decide not to work. So parents would prefer to see their child acquire an education over anything else. When parents feel they are left with no choice but to put their kids to work, child labor is acceptable in society. Governments must uphold globally recognized accords. Businesses must must use adults rather than youngsters. And, most significantly, customers must not purchase products made with child labor. Not only that, but increasing access to education through the removal of children from child labor does not guarantee their attendance in school. Some parents believe that sending their kids to work is the natural solution because education might be expensive or very low quality. By spreading the word about the value of education in their workplaces, communities, industries, or sectors, both big and small businesses may contribute. You can also try supporting children. Children are more exposed to health and safety hazards at work for just a range of reasons, including children work without experience as less as capable making reasoned decisions. Children are eager to go the extra mile without realizing the risks because they want to achieve well. Adults teach children harmful health and safety behaviors, and they may not receive careful instruction and supervision. These are reasons why uh, child slavery needs to be recognized. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great day.